Hey, welcome to another edition of Florida Fun and More. I'm Randy,
I'm Sandy.
and we're going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights and much more in this edition of the show. Well, today we found out Universal has announced 6, count them, 6 new houses, and they announced all the scare zones as well for Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. I know you love Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Only missed 1 year so far.
Why did we miss that 1 year?
Well, we had a baby.
That's right, we missed the, I don't know what year it was. It was
2001.
Yeah, 2001. I don't know what year it was
When she
in
was born.
Universal terms. But anyways, we found out today we've got 6 new houses that go along with the 4 houses that they have already announced. The Blumhouse, the Halloween house, the Weekend house, and the Universal Monsters house, basically is what that is. Now, they have announced Spirits of the Cavern. What is
that, Randy?
that? I believe it's a speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
Yeah, it's based on a speakeasy from the 1920s and has these beautiful witches that lure you in.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Would you be one of those beautiful witches?
I can be.
I guess you could be it sometimes. So that's going to be house number 1 that they did announce. And we're going to go through the other 6 houses and the scare zones as well.
Yay!
House number 2 that they did announce is Bugs Eaten Alive.
Oh, that could be a little creepy.
Well, this is a fear that I know you have. I know you hate
Spiders.
and I'm sure we're going to have some spiders in that house, as well as cockroaches, maybe grasshoppers, even though grasshoppers are, they eat your plants.
Yes, they do.
Maybe they eat
I'm not scared of them.
What if they eat your flesh?
Ooh, that could be gross.
So this is based off a 1950s house, and we know some of those houses from the 50s. They are
Creepy.
at times, they can be.
Yeah.
So Bugs Eaten Alive will prey on people that do not like bugs. Spiders, but you don't really like...
I don't like bugs, but spiders are my biggest fear.
Yeah. I don't care for spiders all that much, especially brown recluse.
No, those big ones that have all the babies.
Daddy
and you
long
step on
legs.
'em. Ooh.
And the wood
No,
spiders.
Daddy long legs, sorry. Wood
Wood
spiders.
spiders.
No.
All right. So that one's going to be our number 2. So let's go to number 3. So house number 3 is the Fiesta de Chupacabras.
Chupacabras.
Yeah, you can tell we're not Spanish.
So what is that animal?
It is kind of a donkey-looking thing, and this house is celebrating the folklore of the Chupacabras. And we're going to have a big fiesta, and the Latin American people running around. I believe we'll probably see some of the Day of the Dead type people, I would imagine, in this house.
Cool.
Which I know you love, the Day of the Dead people.
Yeah, they're cool.
The fancy paintings on the faces and all that stuff. It's always a lot of fun. So a fiesta is a good thing, unless you're one of the amigos.
That the
Cabras.
is coming after.
So just remember that when you go through this house.
That sounds like fun.
House number 4 that they did announce is Hell Block Horror.
Ooh, that sounds pretty scary.
Well, it could be. I mean, you know, it depends on if it's maybe one of those crazy people that, you know, killed Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that was in this. But I believe it is based after mutants.
Ooh.
They've been locked up and they escape.
No, they're gonna come after us. Everybody run!
Everybody run for your lives. And you know, if you remember years ago, remember the house we went through and it smelled like poop?
Oh, yeah.
It was a prison.
That was bad.
That was very bad, and I would hope they do that again. I thought it was so smelly and so gross. It was just perfect.
It was gross.
Maybe we'll get a little mutant poop in this one. All right. The next house is Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. This is a house that...
It's a fisherman's village in New England where the undead fishermen come back alive.
Is it like Tom Brady's coming back to haunt New England after he's become a Buccaneer and destroyed everybody for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Hey, wait.
Getting off track. Getting off track.
But
this is a fisherman's village.
Fisherman's
with undead fishermen that are coming after you to take you under.
The undead fisherman.
It's kind of hook, line, and sinker, huh?
Yes, I guess so. Tie that scurvy dog to the wire. Sounds like fun, though.
Yep, sounds like a blast. Hope it's cold.
All right, next house is the Descendants of Destruction. Now that sounds like a song or something.
Yeah, band name.
Yeah, band name. Descendants of Destruction, coming soon to the Orlando Arena.
But
Amway.
It's not.
So,
It is subway tunnels in New York. But it's a deserted New York.
is
There's
that
nobody
the
in
Planet of the Apes?
there. No. It's mutants.
Mutants?
Yeah, and they're coming after you because they want to feast on your body.
Wow, so kind of like people that have been trapped in a subway for a while that have turned into these crazy mutants and now they're feeding off of people.
Yep.
Sounds like fun to me.
Snack time.
Brains. So that is all the houses that they have announced. It's 10 houses this year.
Wow.
A lot of houses. And this is, I'm going to say, people are going to have to get a frequent fear pass or at least a rush of fear. Because one night is not going to do this.
Yeah, no.
No, not with this.
Not with 10. But with 10 houses, it might help the lines not be as long because there's so many different houses to go to.
You know, you're right. And plus
So
all
maybe.
the scare zones.
Yeah.
If the scare zones are as good as they sound, which we're going to go over those next,
Oh, cool.
they should maybe keep people...
Yeah, kind of spread it out
Yeah.
a little bit so you all aren't in one long line.
Yeah, let's hope.
But they're worth waiting for.
All right, the scare zones that they have announced, finally. I mean, it did take a long time for us to find out all the details of what was happening this year. It did take a lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot in it. Usually we find out about a month before. Now we're just a couple weeks away from finding out what was going to happen. And here we go. Scare zone number 1 is Horrors of Halloween. This is talking about the Pumpkin Lord. Did I say that right? Pumpkin Lord?
Pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin. I just wanted to make sure I pronounced it because sometimes...
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. And this is going to be right at the front of the park. You haven't seen
cool.
this. When you
No.
come in, I'm positive this is where this house is going to be because as I was at the park yesterday, they had these scaffolds that went around and all the little pumpkins or big pumpkins were all up at the very top and around. Even Little Boo.
Little Boo?
Little Boo. You know the little pumpkin, little smiley face one from last year?
Cool.
Yeah, he's going to be in this one. So if you want to find Little Boo, if you look straight up, he's right up there at the very top in the zone. So
Let us know if you find him.
yeah, look for Boo. The next scare zone is Scarecrows, Curse Soil.
Ooh.
And what do you think that is?
Probably scarecrows in a field. They come after you.
Maybe an abandoned farm and they come after you. And
They were left behind.
how do you feel about scarecrows? Do they scare you?
They can be a little scary.
Yeah, I think they can. Ever since that movie Children of the Corn, where they had that scarecrow and that kind of creeped me out, you know.
Yeah, that'd be a little. It should be good.
It
It's
should be
good
fun.
to get scared. That's what you go for. Get your money's worth. Get scared.
Scared. Scary time. The next scare zone is Sweet Revenge.
That doesn't sound too scary.
Well, depends, because this not house, but Scare Zone is based after the Major Sweets Company, and I guess something in the candy has made these kids change into killers.
Wow. Could be lots of sugar.
It must be a lot of
Makes
sugar.
them a little crazy
Yeah,
nowadays.
and the full moon and the sugar and everything,
full moon too.
and the Major Sweet Company must have some crazy recipe making these kids turn into demented killers.
Watch out for the kids.
Yeah, and you know, the kids, I'm thinking about this. How are they going to do this? Are they going to actually have real kids running through the streets, like, doing this? Now, we know this is going to be in the New York area, because they've had the Major Sweets truck in the New York area for a while now, for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Have to come and see.
Yeah, you know, it may be funny. This is my thought of this. But I just thought about this with the Scarecrow thing. There are hay bales in the New York area. Could that be where that's going to be? I don't know.
We'll have to find out.
We will have to find out, because there is a tractor that's wrecked into a whole thing in there, and then the Major Sweets truck is there. Are they going to move that Major Sweets to somewhere else? Got me thinking about this one. But we'll find out in just a couple weeks.
Yay.
But this Scare Zone sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm really curious to see how they do this with little kids.
Yeah.
All right, the next Scare Zone is Graveyard, Deadly Unrest. This is going to be, we know for a fact that because this is the only place they have a graveyard, is going to be in the Hollywood area.
Very interesting.
Well, it's a graveyard, and the undead is unrest, and I believe we're going to have some zombies. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like we're going to have some zombies in the Knollwood graveyard, I think it was. I can't even remember what it was. But we got a video. We'll show you the whole thing, what's going on there, so you'll see. But anyways, this one sounds like a lot of fun. I've always liked the stuff that they do in that whole Hollywood area. Yeah. And I know people always ask, how can I avoid the scare zones? Well, I will tell you this real quick. Now's a great time to hit the like and subscribe button and become part of the channel of Florida Fun and More, so you can see more of our videos, and hit the bell notification so you'll know when we're back on, and join us for every minute of our bloodthirsty.
Scary.
Anyways, you like that area, and I know you've tried to make your way around it so you don't get scared as much. Well, actually, no, that's Rondi.
That would be Rondi.
That's Rondi. Rondi actually tries to find ways to get around the scare zones. This one, in the past, you could go around the edges of it and they would not bother you. So if you're going down the Hollywood area and you want to avoid the whole street scene, try to get as close to the buildings as you possibly can, and they may or may not bother you. In the past, they have not. So that's a pro tip. The last scare zone is Conjure the Dark.
Everybody's scared of the dark.
Yeah.
I am anyway.
Well, especially when there's a sorcerers. And they're whipping up spells and stuff like that. Now, this scare zone, I'm pretty sure, judging by what it goes on, or what it's based after, and it's going to be in the San Francisco area, because we've seen there's a big bowl. There's all kinds of weird writing, all kinds of stuff. So this is where we believe the Conjure the Dark scare zone is going to be. You can see it's kind of set up where it is kind of a sorcerer's cave could be. You see all the weird writing and stuff, and there's that big tub, I don't know how you call this, a kettle, and what's inside it? Nothing. Nothing yet. Well, there is something down there. I'm not really sure what that was, but this is where that zone we think is going to be. So how do you feel about sorcerers casting spells on you?
Well, we'll see. It'll be very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
So how about you? You fear people that can cast spells on you? Are you afraid of stuff like that? I mean, a lot of people are worried about stuff like that people can lay spells on them and make them do stuff that they normally wouldn't do.
Yeah, I'm not that worried.
Like a roofie? Just saying.
Oh, shoot.
Make sure at Halloween Horror Nights, please do watch your drinks. You never know. There's a lot of people there. So that's just a pro tip. You know, it happens.
And it's very dark. So.
It's very dark. So please watch your drinks. So that was just kind of a cheesy segue. Let's go on and check out the 2 shows that they have in store for us at Halloween Horror Nights this year. The first show that they have announced, or actually all the shows they've announced, but the first one on the list is the Halloween Nightmare Fuel Wildfire. I cannot believe I got through that without messing it up.
Good job.
Good job. I win a prize. All right, so this one is kind of a continuation from the show last year, which we loved.
It was really good. Very entertaining.
Yeah, very entertaining. The music, we love the music. I mean, you can tell we're not a couple kids that are going to listen to rap. We're not listening to any rap music and probably not a lot of country music as well. But we're all about the rock and roll. As you can see on my shirt, Kiss, the hottest band in the land. We have a lot of pyro and fire in their show, as well as this show will have. They had people flying all over the place, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. This show, it was sexy as well. You know how sexy it was?
Yeah, it was a great show. Good show. Can't wait to see it this year.
Yeah, I can't wait. So this one will be a great show, and the next show, we'll talk about that next.
Okay, well, we got one show left. It's Ghoulish, a Halloween tale. What is it about, Randy?
Well, it's based about Halloween, and it's gonna be in the lagoon. So water will be going everywhere. Last year we had a show in the water. It sprays up and they shoot a projection on it. I don't know whether it's all going to be that or not, but that's the way it usually is. They're always great.
Yeah, pretty cool. Just the lights and the water and the scary stuff.
Scary stuff, and that's what this show will definitely be, and that's what it always has been. So if you want to rest from the scare zones,
just need to sit for a few.
Yeah, or just stand there against the wall and watch, the water. This is a great way to get away from all that and just enjoy, what's happening out over the lagoon. So that's what's happening this year at Halloween Horror Nights 22. It sounds like a lot of fun. I think after last year they couldn't come out of the plexiglass. I don't imagine we're going to have any plexiglass this year.
Probably not.
I believe we're going to have full-on scares, coming out and, getting in your face again. At least I'm hoping that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Now, just for the people out there, do they touch you? No, they do not touch you. So don't worry about them doing this to you or this or any of that. There won't be any scares like that. Universal does not do that. But at one place that we do go to, they do that.
We'll talk about that later.
Halloween Horror Nights is the first on our list to go to, and it should be yours. So get your tickets now for Halloween Horror Nights 22 on Universal.com. From our Scream studio, it's so scary because I'm in it. We're going to get out of here. You guys have a great one. We look forward to seeing you next time on Florida Fun and more.
And we'll see you at Halloween Horror Nights.
And say hi to us, please.
Yeah.